people, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today we are so excited to have you again from the South South. Today is considered to be a Black Saturday because of what just happened in a particular location in Port Harcourt, where not less than 30 something people are confirmed dead. We are going to look at what resulted to the stampede. But before we continue with details of the news and further analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you get notification anytime we publish our videos. Now, according to the news, scores of people are feared dead in a stampede just before the commencement of a program organized by a new generation church in Port Harcourt, the River State capital. Though the church, known as King's Assembly, is located in the GRA axis of Metropolis, the program was at the Polo Club in the River State capital to accommodate the usual large crowd or congregation. It was learnt that the crowd overstretched the venue as the church had invited members of the public to come and receive gift items and food for its 4th anniversary. A source said some of the invitees arrived since Friday evening, while others arrived as early as 6:30 a.m. on Saturday morning for an event that was supposed to start by 9 a.m. He said most of the victims were taken to the nearby military hospital in Port Harcourt. According to the source, he said that as I speak with you, I have counted 21 corpses at the military hospital. I heard some were taken to a different facility. This is not the first time the church is holding this program, but the crowd since yesterday Friday till this morning is much. It was said that gift items and free food would be served. It is very painful, the source, who pleaded anonymity, stated. It was learned that the small gate leading into the venue was pushed open on Saturday morning to enable them occupy a good position leading to a stampede. When contacted, the acting spokesperson of the State Police Command, Grace Iringa Koko, confirmed the incident but could not give a figure just yet. According to her, she said, I am doing a press statement on the incident. It would be released soon. I mean, this is unthinkable. And guess what? I am not blaming the people who are involved in this stampede. I'm not blaming anybody, but this is a kind of the consequences of, firstly, the poverty that has been passed down to the masses. It wasn't because of the miracle that was going to happen there that caused all of this. Neither was it because of maybe the church was the best church ever. Maybe the pastor have the best message to preach to the people and all of that. What caused this stampede is because of that word. Gifts will be given out and also food items will be given out. That was what caused it. Possibly there are some people who have had a taste of it before, and when they had a taste of it, they went back and passed the message across that, hey, by the time these guys will do their 4th anniversary, it will be the bomb and all of that. And before you know, those who had that testimony of what they did in the past invited more people who came in, and before we know, because there was no crowd control officers on ground to control the way people were trooping in, unfortunately, it resulted to this. These are things that the government themselves need to begin to have a rethink. That's why when I see the issue of corruption walking into, the politics of today, or we are seeing it in the lives of our delegates, you begin to wonder, does it mean that these guys want us to be in this situation for as long as now? Imagine the number of people that died. Why? Because of food. It's not because they want to go and hear any preaching. You understand? Waiting pastor one preach where another pastor no preach before. It's not. It's not because there's a healing that is going to take place and all of that. That's why they all went there. We want to experience the power of God. Right now, Nigeria is a situation whereby hungry man know they hear the word of God. If you want to preach better in Nigeria, I am telling you the truth. Give people food. They will come out with their hearts. You will see people gathering around. Any church that is involved in giveaway, that church is sure to have the largest crowd. I'm telling you. And that is what just happened there. When they heard of the goodies that will be released, everybody want to go there. Why? Because Nigerians are poor. Nigerians don't have food. Nigerians are facing very deep situation, and that deep situation is traceable to what our own leaders have made up their mind to do with people's money. If you check our feed, there's a video my colleague published, and it has to do with what this guy said about the arrest of Okorocha. Someone came out, a young gentleman, well dressed, and was thanking the EFCC with what they are doing in terms of, arresting people who are corrupt leaders. Now imagine, I don't know whatever thing that, however EFCC broke into the house of Okorocha, that one is not my concern. But what is my greatest concern is the fact that certain people would take over the finances of the states, personalize it, eat it as if it is an inheritance from their forefathers. They would do whatever imagine someone talking about 80 billion naira as money that someone has laundered, as money that has been misappropriated, as money that has been stolen. And you begin to wonder, 80 billion naira. With 80 billion naira, the problem that we have on ground right now would have been long solved. Talking about the issue of, our lecturers and all of that. But one man took it into his pocket. The Accountant General of the Federation, who is currently in the custody of Idris, who is currently in the custody of EFCC. They said he kept that money, and already there have been enough proof everywhere pointing to the fact that it is true. The myriads of houses he has, both home and abroad, and all of that. Man, if there's nothing EFCC should do, is to ensure we don't want these guys to be in prison, all these politicians that they are catching. We are not interested whether they are in prison or not. What we want is recover back the money, send it to the appropriate quarters if they will pity Nigerians and use it rightly. And guess what? Unfortunately, where we have found ourselves, this is still going to continue. I'm talking about the issue of corruption. It's still going to continue. Why? Because of delegates. Imagine how much people are paying to find themselves in lofty position. And you feel that when they go there, you start saying, as you are going in there, make sure you don't use your corrupt attitude. Make sure that you don't introduce corruption into the system. How about the 1 billion naira he spent to get in there? It's only investing. Nigeria politics now is strictly investment. And unfortunately, the masses are not involved. Imagine the number of people that died, ranging to almost 30 something. Why? Because of food. Common thing like food. Some of the rich people today, they are in their gyms trying to make sure that they reduce weight. But there are other, with our own money, while other people are there suffering. It's unthinkable, I'm telling you. It's really, really unthinkable. It's something that the government themselves should be ashamed of what is going on. When this kind of issues come up like that, they should be ashamed. You understand? And they should wake up and correct the narrative, because if we continue like this, it therefore means that the future is already very bleak. 2023 is coming, but guess what? Most people just know that it will not change anything. I was listening to one lawyer talk, and the man said that whether it is Peter, what they call him, Peter Obi, or whoever that will take over that position, as far as the constitution is not changed and certain things are not corrected, we don't operate as country inside a larger country. The issue of Nigeria nose diving in all aspects will still be ongoing. I'd like to leave it there. What do you have to say about the stampede that resulted to the death of